Alright, new game against Chris. And I think this is the first time we've seen a retreat, voluntary retreat from Ukraine, leaving the fighter alive, but preserving 2 Russian tanks. And he also forgot to buy an infantry, he only bought 6 starting units. Otherwise, a pretty okay opener. This is kind of interesting, haven't really seen this before. Um, Absolutely killer opener from my side, having no losses in Season 7 and also killing the Destroyer here. I don't think it's going to be able to get a UK fleet up in the realistic time frame here. Also, I have the 6 fighters and I went for a bomber, so a big German Air Force this game. Overall, really happy. Looks like we're gonna get the second kill Japan first here in this game. He skipped killing the battleship in favor of Season 37, and he also went for the coin flip on East Indies, but luckily I managed to hold that. Didn't get any stuff here as expected, he just built 2 planes and a bunch of infantry here. So now I have to find a way to hold off the assault. So this is a setup I ended up going with. In modern Kill Japan's first theory, there's been a development where Japan gets a solid ground force setup first, and then doesn't start buying naval units later. So that's what I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna try and make the reinforcements here on the island last throughout the entire game and be enough to secure a solid income base on the mainland, while while he closes the gap here, I'm gonna start building boats to contest the naval game. So he went for Season 37, but the drawback to that is, of course, that you don't get to kill the battleship, and that you don't get to kill the Japanese transport. So I'll only need to get 1 transport this round, and the rest is pure ground. I filled up all 8 production slots in Japan. I took Anwei, I took Yunnan, and I placed a big stack in Buryata to counter his big stack up here in Yakut. Germany 2, it's indeed kill Japan first, but it seems like it's the split ocean variation, which I'm not very afraid of. So I'm just gonna be going ahead with an attack on the Soviets here. So I looked at the odds bit, and I think the odds on West Russia are very good here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for that, and hopefully he doesn't hit down 3 of my planes here. Alright, well, this is not gonna go well. Oh, yikes, don't you hate when that happens? No! Oh. Alright. 7 hits, yeah. 8 hits. Alright, yeah. So, a disaster. I feel like this happens. Well, yeah. It's happened twice in this series so far. The disaster strikes. Yeah, so, but I think I still get to stack Karelia here, and hopefully I'll get to capture this as well, which is the most important part. Yeah, so this is the turn at the game at the end of my turn. Losing 30 fighters to AA is, or 30 IPC worth of fighters to AA is not ideal. So but the attack power, so the attack power lead isn't as high as it should be. So that's gonna hamper my progress in the east, probably. But I still get the production here, and I think I'm gonna be able to dead zone West Russia. Not quite sure though. I'm gonna be gaining some extra income from the battleship being alive, and some logistical efficiency from it being able to go here. I lost the 3-on-1 in Ukraine, which is unfortunate. When it rains, it pours. And it looks like I'm going to be doing a battle here with Japan, so let's hope that goes a little bit better. And I'm probably going to be stacking Season 60. Alright, I was a bit afraid of him putting down the Navy, since I only have 2 subs and a bomber in range of Season 7, but looks like he's going for bombed Germany with Britain strat, which is a novelty as far as as far as I know, and just building up, not even trading Egypt or Burma. And he moved his US fleet here to Season 59, so I'm gonna try and stack Season 60 here and drive him away. And here's the board at the end of my turn. I wiped the Yakut stack, I pushed into China, and set up a stack in Season 60 here. I kind of miscounted the seasons and accidentally placed this fighter here too far away to reinforce, but I think the odds are still good. But I haven't checked them in a calculator or anything. I'm just estimating based on unit count. He only has 8 units in range, so I think oh no, he has 9 units in range. Alright. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 9 versus 12. And with the fighters, the defender generally has an advantage. So I don't think he's gonna go for that. So he's probably gonna retreat down to this season here, and then I'm gonna do a reinforcement round on the mainland and have a solid income base here, even with my fiasco on Germany earlier. Alright, so here I'm not going to be able to stack with Russia, so I'm just going to be trying to trade as aggressively as possible across these provinces and to try and secure Africa income. Yeah, let's see. So I accidentally pressed continue in Transjordan and lost my bomber here, so that's obviously pretty terrible from my side. I sent my 2 subs on the, I think it's a 4060 here, and I lost them both for nothing, which is also not good. But I still think this position is very favorable here because US is deploying his navy in both oceans, and there's no threat on Japan, there's no threat on Germany, and I'm just gonna squeeze Russia from both sides. Japan 3, he's placed his fleet quite boldly here. I have an 80% chance to completely wipe it. But if I lose this battle, I think he's going to be able to make a lot of progress against Japan. So the question is, do I think my odds of winning are 80% or lower? Or do I think I have an above 80% chance of winning if I don't take the battle? So we'll see what I decide there. And he's also placed his stack here. I have 60% to clear it. But it's kind of the same. It's you want to conserve ground units as Japan and kill Japan first, even if he's split off quite a significant chunk of boats here. So I'm gonna have to make a bit of a hard decision there as well. Down here in Burma, I can't take Burma back without because he can strike back next round, and he has quite a lot of planes in range here with the 2 bombers. So I'm not quite sure how I'll deal with this. Either I'll have to retake Burma this round, or I'll have to concede French Indochina, at least until next round. I'm getting a lot of boats, so I think if he doesn't respect respect me and offers me a 95% next round, I think I will take that, since I'm producing 6 boats here and he produced 4 boats. So either he backs off and gives me a free turn where I can transport troops to the mainland, or he'll stay in range and I'll wipe his fleet. That's the plan. Yeah, so I just retreated up here and I retreated into Anwei, dead zoning Xinjiang and Shiswan. This is gonna lose me some income. I'm also gonna lose some income here, but making minor concessions in Kill Japan first is totally fine. The main thing is to keep the islands under my control, and with him chilling outside Midway, that looks like it's going to be the case for the foreseeable future. If he, yeah, I'll have a 95% if he stays there and just moves his 4 boats into Season 57. And I think this province is Evenki is stacked safely, and I'm turtling up a bit as Japan here, hoping to strike out. I also moved the infantry from Okinawa and Iwo Jima into a useful province of Japan instead of just sitting there and having a vacation on the beaches. Germany 4, he sacrificed 2 transports to capture Norway. I don't think sacrificing both of them is worth it. I'll probably capture France with one of them instead. And he retreated in Russia, and he's retreated to Hawaii. But he's also gotten a really... he's starting to take the Kill Japan first seriously and are deploying his entire income in the Pacific, so I'm gonna have to respect that. And now I'm going to try and see if I can stack West Russia. Yeah, so I don't even have close to enough troops to stack West Russia, so I went for a Ukraine stack instead, and I also stacked Karelia. And the odds aren't great actually. He has 50-50 on Karelia with the UK if he sacrifices some planes to grab it. And he has 30 to 40% on Ukraine, and he has 25% on Berlin. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous about the odds I'm offering him here. We'll see what he does. For UK, grabbing Northwestern Europe and Paris is quite tempting, so I'm hoping he'll just do that instead of going haywire into some super risky battle. He retreated to Pearl Harbor with his US forces. I'm gonna have a lot of freedom with Japan for one round here, and hopefully I'll be able to pressure back. I failed the capture of Archangel, but I managed to capture West Russia. Alrighty, looks like he just landed in Norway. That's I'm pretty happy about that. And he's pulled back his fighter and bomber into India, captured Yunnan and Thailand. So I'm probably going to be recapping that on my turn. And the Japanese front is now pretty stable. I'm earning 42 income per turn, which is in parity with the US, so it's going to be hard for him to make progress on sea when I'm buying the same amount of boats he is. So he's going to have to put some pressure via India or trade more aggressively with Russia to reduce Japan's income and actually make some progress. Germany 5 looks like he's swapped over to a more European focus. He hasn't bought any boats in the Pacific, kind of a split ocean kind of thing. And I now have odds to stack West Russia together with the Japanese fighter here, so that's what I'm gonna go for. The battle actually went very well here in West Russia. Didn't lose a single infantry, and I've pushed up in Karelia, abandoned that province and produced 2 infantry there. I'm assuming he's gonna capture it, but I think he'll have to choose between capturing Karelia and France. Actually, yeah, he can capture both, since he has some US boats here as well. So that's what I'm assuming he's gonna do. He has allowed me to capture Africa for free here, which is granting me a lot of additional income. I'm up to almost 50 income with Germany, and it's seriously limiting the UK's production. So if a good idea for him would be to contest Africa more actively with UK or US. Alrighty, he's landed in Finland, and he's moved his fleet back up to Alaska here, so I'm gonna have to deal with that somehow. So this is the setup I usually go for when US does some Alaska push. I put a blocker up here outside the Far Eastern Soviet Far East, and I put my fleet in Sea Zone 60 on the outer part of Tokyo here. That way there's no way for him to attack Japan proper without first clearing out my fleet. And since I'm buying a lot more navy than he is, this should be super safe. And he should be forced to retreat again next round. And since he hasn't really bought any reinforcements, I might even be able to push him back and grab Hawaii or some such thing. He traded a sub for my destroyer here in season 63 and he retreated away. He got 4 subs here, and I think he bought this artillery on the right side. Oh no, he bought 2 tanks in Norway. That's what he did. So this is still, I guess it's some sort of kill Japan first. So I'm gonna be trying to grab the Caucasus industrial complex and try and capture Moscow in 2 turns. I think it is. Yeah, Germany 8 is the usual timing I go for. So when this infantry stack reaches West Russia, that these guys are gonna march into Moscow is the plan. So I'll have to do some math and check that that actually works. Alright, so this setup is kind of risky. The 1-2 punch on Karelia is pretty strong from his side. But yeah, maybe it works. This is about 75% to hold, and I started getting tanks. So I'm gonna get 2 rounds of tanks here. One this round and one. No, okay, I can only get 1 round of tanks. Next round, they move down to West Russia, and I'll have to add some bombers if I want to maximize my odds. I haven't done the math if this actually works or not, but I'm just so used to it working, the Germany 8 timing, that I think it'll work out even without doing the math ahead of time. It did manage to wipe Karelia. Wow, yeah, that is very unfortunate. Holy benoli, I lost a lot of power there. Yeah, he's catched up on massively on his attack power there. But yeah, fortunately the main point of him not making progress against Japan and not really having a way to win against Germany is still true. So the strategic situation shouldn't be too bad for me still. Alright, wiped the Kazakh. His submarine up here unfortunately hit the 1 in 6 and shifted around, so I'm covering Vologda. So if he's trading too aggressively here against Japan, I'm still going to be able to get the odds at a pretty reasonable pace with Germany. Though losing this entire stack up here probably means that Germany 8 timing is completely out the window. Germany 7, he's moved his US troops here to capture Karelia after wiping it with the UK, and he's also moved his US fleet here and suicided it. I have 99% odds to clear it, so that should effectively end the pressure on Japan. He's gotten an extra transport and he's now swapping over to a full kill Germany first, it seems. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with the stream of tanks coming in here. If I'm just gonna allow him to reinforce Russia, if I'm going to try and close the gap. And this is what I decided on. I checked and I don't really have odds to capture Russia on the Germany 8, which makes sense given the huge loss of material up here. So I'm gonna just take it easy and move the stack up into Karelia again, close it up properly, and only offer, I don't know, 10% odds or something instead of the 30% odds I did offer. And then once Japan has cleared the US Navy, Japan is going to capture India and Hawaii. And the backup plan is to just win a victory city victory at a later point in the game. Alright, Japan 7. Here's the naval battle in question. And let's see how this goes. Hopefully an average roll would be nice. So I'll expect about 7 or 8 hits here. 7 I think, yeah, and about 3 hits here, so hopefully 10 hits from my side. Oh, 11 hits. That's super nice. And then hopefully not too many ones. Alright. Oh, that's a pretty strong roll from his side, for sure. I think we are choosing 9 subs. Coming up. Alright. Yep. Yeah, if I choose the carrier, I'll have to sacrifice 3 fighters, so that's why I'm not doing that. I have hope in the beginning. Alright, we both rolled above average, but I have a lot more troops to lose than he has. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Server is struggling, as usual. Oh no, that was on. Oh, but a super good air hit there. 5 out of 6. Beautiful. Alright, we have 9 hits. Oh, all these fighters are dead. Alright, 2 and 2. Yes. We'll take as many subs as possible as casualties. And that is it for the American Navy. Okay, we'll have to roll to kill the transport. Alright. So, exactly 100 IPC in profit. Very, very nice. Oh, it hasn't updated yet. Okay, we might as well just roll past these final battles as well. He stacked France with the UK, so I'm gonna have to deal with that on my German turn. Somehow didn't see that coming and didn't buy any artillery in Germany, so the odds aren't gonna be super great, I think. And yeah, there it's updated. Now we get a proper attack power lead back in after the disaster in Karelia. And soon the India pressure will start from the Japanese side. And here's the end of the turn. I got an IC in Thailand and went up to 4 transports with a full load in Japan ready. So I'm gonna be setting up either 2-turn or 3-turn timing on India here, depending on what his exact response is here. Germany 8. I'm gonna try and block off the flow of tanks here and retake France. I'm slowly building my Air Force back up. I stacked Karelia. He has 25% chance here, and he has 3% odds on Germany. And with the Japanese coming in here, it should have about 10% on Caucasus. So, yeah, it was a bit hard for me to stack West Russia this turn, which is why I went for here, even though it's not... I don't know if it's the way to gain the best odds to hold Karelia for VC victory, but it's not entirely clear which round I'm gonna get India yet anyways, so I'm just gonna chill a bit. Looks like he's still producing some subs here. Produced 2 more last round, which, I mean, all the more power to him. He can do what he wants. Up here, I think I'm gonna grab Alaska and then Hawaii, and then here down here, I'm gonna grab India. My opponent just traded Baltic states and got some extra stuff in India, I think. So I'm gonna try and see if I can set up to kill India next turn. Alright, I'm now putting a lot of pressure on both India and Hawaii here. Let's if I can get both of them and hold the coast with Germany, the game is won. But of course, I think he's gonna try and defend India here, and I think he's gonna have enough to hold it for at least 1 more round. So it's gonna be still there's still some fight left in this game for sure. All right, yeah, looks like he didn't defend India properly here, so I'm gonna be doing a 1-2 punch first with all the German tanks and then with Japan afterwards. This should secure India, and with Hawaii, that should be enough to close out the game. Alright, I decided to go away from the strafe plan and instead just went for stacking these three provinces as most as possible, since I already have a 98% chance to just capture it with Japan regularly. So I'm gonna go for that instead. And that's assuming he goes for a 3-fighter buy down here in India. I also wiped Egypt, and I failed to take back Baltic states. Looks like he missed my VC pressure here and just stacked Finland. And that should do it. Yes, looks like he completely missed the VC threat and just mobilized like normal. So good game, Chris. It was actually quite an adventure. And with that, I have reached platinum ranking as Axis with a 10-0 record. This was very successful. I met a lot of new players, but also some more experienced players. And I also have another game going on with Chris where I have my opener was a lot worse. He got pretty much the best possible allied opener on Russia 1 and UK 1. I may upload that if there's demand for it. If not, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.